Happy e-learning day, guys. Today is all about eyebrows and eyelashes as we're getting closer to finishing up your selfie self-portraits. You can see I've got an example ready here for you. To start this, I want you guys to practice on a scrap sheet of paper. Any kind of paper will really do. Use your 4B or 6B charcoal pencil to practice. And we're going to start with the eyebrows. You can see I've kind of been playing around here a little bit. I'm going to flip this over. So if we have the shape of an eye, right? Measure up from the highest point in the eye to where you see your eyebrows start. And just put a little mark right there. And because you are, when you get to this one, you want to do it in white charcoal. Right? So you don't have any unnecessary dark charcoal marks on your paper that you don't need. But for practice, it's okay to do everything with that 4 or 6B charcoal pencil. Right? Then find the length of the eyebrow. So does the eyebrow start even with the tear duct, or is it just a little bit past the tear duct? Put a little mark right there. Then look at the length of the eyebrow. Does it end right at the corner of the eye, or is it just past the eye? Right? Then lightly just kind of sketch in the overall shape of the eyebrow. There might be an arch to it. There might be a curve, or it might just almost look horizontal. So you kind of decide, just give yourself some guidelines here. Then as far as drawing in the hairs go, you don't want to color this in solid. Look at your selfie, look at the close-up of your eye, and look at the direction of the hairs. Typically, at the beginning, you might even have a few short hairs that almost look vertical. And then as you move around in the space that you've defined for your eyebrow, some might be short, others might be longer. You might actually have eyebrows that go in two different directions. But notice how my lines are light and they're really very thin. And you should be able to see some of the charcoal through the hairs because you've already established your skin tones. Then by the time that you start curving around the eye, you might actually have some eyebrow lines that look horizontal or start to go diagonal in the opposite direction. All right? You just have to kind of decide what your eyebrows look like. Now, for girls, typically have eyebrows that are a little bit more cleaner, just because we like to style our eyebrows. Guys, typically not as much. So again, looking at the direction of the hairs, let them be natural. Have some of those little lines be short, some are longer. You can even have a few be a little darker. Press down a little harder to get that look. And then work those lines to the shape of your eyebrow, whatever that might be. Not everybody's eyebrows look the same. All right, so practice this on a scrap piece of paper until you kind of get the hang of it. Remember, your lines are thin and you don't want really heavy marks like that, right? You don't want it to look like little spikes, right? A nice point on your pencil is a must here. And I don't have a lot of pressure behind these pencil lines at all. All right? Then for your eyelashes, if you look at the shape of the eye, the top most rounded part to the back corner, your eyelashes are typically longer and closer together, right? on a scrap piece of paper, draw out the shape of an eye. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? But I want you to get the hang of this, because when you do eyelashes, you're actually going to be drawing over your eye a little bit. And again, that kind of depends on your picture, it depends on your selfie. But typically, they kind of, from the line that is the top of your eye, they dip down and then curves up. And it's kind of in a sweeping motion. It's okay to let them cross over like that. It actually looks more natural. Then when you get to the middle, they're almost going to look vertical. All right, and by the time that you start to arch towards your tear duct, you're going to change direction. And these lashes are not going to be as close together. They're going to be shorter. And you don't want any lashes down around your tear duct. All right, now girls, we usually wear mascara to make our lashes look a little thicker and longer. And that's okay. All right, something like that. All right, and guys, while your eyelashes may not be that long or that dark, you still have eyelashes, and they do curve like this. For your bottom, you have a little ledge just inside your eye. Draw that in there, right? Your eyelashes do not start back there, and they do not grow out of your eyeball. They actually start here on this outer edge, right? In the back, they're typically longer and closer together, but not like your top eyelashes. And then when you get around to the area closer to your tear duct, they're a little more Spartan. They're not as close together. Right? Kind of like that. So again, practice this, right, a few times before you start over here. Right? So now you guys are going to see me, right, do this on the eye for real. So if I start, measure up kind of where my eyebrow was, you may not be able to see my little markings on here. All right? And I'm going to start out just with a little line, little short lines, and I can always go back in and darken these up, right? But I'm just being cautious and being careful because I'm drawing over the top of my skin tones. All right. This is why I had you guys wait until the end, because these are really delicate lines, and we really don't want to be dragging our arm across the paper and risking messing this up or smearing it, because it is hard to go back in and kind of fix. Alright, and so here I'll let that eyebrow kind of taper off. That looks okay to me, and I might go in here and make a few of those just a little darker. Alright. And then I'm ready to put my eyelashes in. I'm going to start back here at the back, right on that line. And then right there you can see that little ledge. If you do mess up and you have a kneaded eraser, you can go back into that and kind of pull out some of that charcoal. If it's really bad, wait till you come back to school and I'll take a look at it and help you with it. All right, there it is. All right. Okay. When you come back to school and I see you guys again, let's see, for you guys it would be on Thursday, I want to see some eyebrows and some eyelashes. All right. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you later this week.